Hey friends. Try to switch scenes to say hello and Stream Deck doesn't work again. I'm not sure why. All right. Hi, Daniel. Where is my canteen? Oh, it's empty, but it's behind me. Thank you. How are you doing, Daniel? How's your day? Let me get this filled right up. That in retrospect was probably extremely loud. I'm so sorry. The ice gets all stuck together. You have to crunch it back up again and then throw the rest of it on the countertop. Et voila. Put it back in the canteen. There we go. It wasn't a terrible day. Good, I'm glad. My day is good. I didn't work out and I'm not planning to. My shoulder, my neck, something back here is stiff and unhappy, and I'm just trying to be very relaxed today. Pretending that I live in a loft apartment by myself and just doing with a cat and doing whatever I want. At least this afternoon. We did all the normal things this morning. We did school. Mama was doing super well at 5th grade. I'm super proud of her. A TENS machine, is that the one that makes the muscles twitch, that you put the pads on? I thought, anyway, I thought that's what it was, but then as soon as I said it, I thought, I'm second guessing myself. Oh, my glasses have a little bit of red spots on the bottom. The kiddo wanted red tips in her hair. So it's the one with the pads. I've had that done a couple times. It wasn't magic, like it didn't fix everything. It kind of helped, but so did a lot of other stuff. But it was at a chiropractor, and I think chiropractors are really good at a few things, and then the rest of their business is built around not being as helpful, you know? So when I do this, it hurts. But yeah, I would love to find out what I can do for it long term, because I'm sure I'm doing something wrong and need to be doing something else to fix it. But I will not be doing anything with a chiropractor in the near future, because you can only go in so many times and have them do the same thing, and everything feels better for about 30 minutes before it starts to feel like a scam. It loosens up your muscles. Yeah. Well, we have a Theragun too, or it's called a Chirogun. It's the same. It's a Theragun thing. And I was using it the other night, and on one hand it helps, like immediately it helps loosen the muscles, but then they just tighten back up. So that's why I said I'm probably doing something that's causing the problem, and I don't know what it is, to be able to stop doing that and instead like releasing it and letting it stay relaxed, because it is tight today. I keep trying to turn my head, and then I'm like, I can't do that. I'll turn my whole torso instead. You want one? The Chiroguns? They're good. I got the one I got for Irish for Christmas a couple of years ago. It was less than $100, which for Christmas present for Irish is pretty good. I mean, so I think at least at that time I felt like they were in a reasonable price range. So hopefully there will be one for you that is. Right now, tennis balls and foam rollers. Yes, I finally got myself a 3-foot foam roller, so I can do a lot of like back and shoulder stuff on it. And I do have a lacrosse. Well, I have a hard ball that is like a lacrosse ball, but it's actually for muscle stuff. But I do keep, like I said, even with the Chirogun, I'll use it, it'll help for a while, and then it'll just feel worse, the next day kind of thing. So I really want to get to the root of it, and I can't do it on my own, and I don't have anybody I can trust to do so. So, but yeah, I mean, tennis balls in a pinch can help a lot. But I feel like I've been working with it for so long, there's something else, there's something going on. So, unrelated to shoulder pain, but related to health and sanity, we're gonna make some eclairs. I'm gonna make pastry cream. It does have sugar in it. I'm going to use less than it calls for, and I'm going to put bacon in it, and maybe we'll put a bacon glaze on top. I don't know. But we're going to make the base pastry cream first, then we're going to bake the eclairs, then we'll put in the bacon. So that's my plan. We'll see how it goes. Look, I made croissant. Eclairs. So I made croissants this morning. So yesterday when I made the dough and I said, oh, it doesn't work. Stream Deck. Stream Deck just doesn't work at all. Waiting for OBS. Okay. If I just click it, yeah. I can click it and you can see my croissant. There are 2 on this plate because I ate 4 of them, and Irish ate 1, and the child ate 1. And they are very good. So my yeast wasn't dead, which was great. It just, I got mad at it and left it over there, and then finally when I cleaned it up, it had proved. So I used it, which was exciting. Exciting today. French style yummies. So I'm going to, oh, and also Irish has the phone stand for the camera, so that I will probably handhold the other camera so we can watch what's on the stove. But we actually have to put stuff in the saucepan first, and then we'll go over to the stove. So yes, take your time, Daniel. Absolutely. Anybody else? Oh, hello. The children are yelling at me. Butter goes in last, does it not? Yes. And we're doing half a batch, which means that if I mess it up too badly, I haven't wasted too many ingredients. So I'm only going to need 2 tablespoons of butter for the pastry cream, and I will need 3 for the eclairs themselves, the choux paste. And so let's see how much is in our, I used a lot for my little container yesterday because you smooth on soft butter between the layers of the dough that I proved last night, and just stood there slathering butter on. It was very soothing. All right, so we're gonna, oh, thank you. He heard me, and this was sent down by the delegation of children. Yes, by Child Express. So hey, it's still off limits in the kitchen though, for your game. Okay.
Can I say your name, your channel, just because?
Lysanth, yes. You can say.
Yeah, her.
My channel is Lysanth.
My friend's mom's thing.
Oh, I'm on their show now. Okay. Welcome back, Daniel. The kids are recording on Momo's iPad, apparently a YouTube show that they're going to never put on YouTube. We don't know. We'll see. All right. And yeah, I'm peeling off the label of the egg carton. I just need yolks. You only need yolks for pastry cream. It's like a custard-ish. All right, I just have to remember that Stream Deck won't change my scene. I'm just gonna, well, do timers work? Oh, it's just that OBS scenes don't work. Okay, all right, I'll work it out. We'll put the egg whites in here. So I need the yolks, sugar, cornstarch, okay. Sounds fine. Trying not to bust the egg yolk as it goes over the shell. So there's 1. Can't do that. Can't do the one-handed crack if I only want the one part of the egg. Come on, there we go. It rolls off, it's so great. Like the white just like cascades off. And then, and then mostly the yolk and the little thick white part called the calize, I think, is left. So. All right. Whites away. Hello, Cookie Manor. How are you? Plan with incorporating the bacon and the filling sprinkled on top. Yes, both at the end. Good question, excellent question. So right now it's plain old simple pastry cream and normal eclair choux paste things, and then at the end bacon goes in. It might be awful too. So they're very much going to, there's a half batch of each, and they're both going to be very, they're going to be tested first and tasted first, and then the bacon's going to be put in, and we'll see how we like it. Maybe yum, maybe not. I hope yum. All right, egg whites go away. They will almost certainly end up in a mug cake. But in the meantime, oh, hi, baby. Oh, little kitty's chatty. There's a gnat. There's a gnat on my butter. There's a dead gnat. Screw you, gnat. I'm gonna get rid of the butter that it was on. I'm sure they poop when they land. That's what flies do, so. All bugs probably poop. I was walking the other day. I was walking a couple days ago. Hey, John, bacon eclairs. More decadently debauched. I love it. I should put some chocolate glaze on the top and put bacon in one of those too. I didn't think about the chocolate, but as soon as you said decadently debauched, I was like, well, it needs chocolate as well. So we'll do that. Did I say the dish was made with bacon might not be good? False. Well, I'm gonna only do half the sugar and the pastry cream because I don't want it to fight with the bacon. Or maybe I should just leave it. I don't make pastry cream very often. I've done it before, but it's just generally like, I'd rather make buttercream or lemon curd or like something more. Pastry cream's very subtle, very, But I hope so, John. I hope they are decadent. I was saying I was gonna do something and I got all this, oh, that was just me testing Stream Deck because the OBS scenes don't work. OBS integration doesn't work right now. But, and then I killed a gnat. I'm all over the place. What's going on? What's going on? All right, scale. Was I answering your question? Was I lecturing? Probably, I do that. All good. How is everybody? Daniel was hanging with me at the very beginning. He was totally first, but Cookie and Ginger, how are you? Are you streaming tonight? Hope so, but if not, that's okay too. And John, how, did you and Irish actually land? Because I like heard parts of that. But after I delivered the croissant sandwich, I was out. And then he went off and did board stuff and was grown up and all that, so. Okay, so I'm just gonna put 25 grams, which is 2 tablespoons. So usually it's 50 for the size that I'm making. But we'll go ahead, if I don't put any sugar in it, the consistency will be affected, and I think it won't just have quite the right taste, but I don't want it to be super sweet. Hey, attaboy. Bacon eclairs, yay, good. I was in Michelle's stream. So Michelle is the New Zealand streamer. Usually when Mortdal comes in or Broke, they came from her stream. She rated me a million years ago once when I was even smaller. And I go check her out. She's super fun. She doesn't do food, but she's fun. And so I was in there this morning and she said, oh, what are you making? And I said, well, I'm making croissants right now, but I'm gonna make bacon eclairs. And she's like, bacon eclairs? Only in a New Zealand accent. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they'll be good or bad or not, but we're gonna try. It's totally worth a try, right? I think so. Okay, so we're gonna have 2 tablespoons. I swear I know the difference. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And then we're gonna, and salt, and then I'll put it on the stove, flip over to that one, and then we'll add in the milk. So, you landed shortly after the stream ended. Couldn't compete. I know, right? Sorry, it's a croissant. You're gonna have to do better than that. Actually, I've eaten 4 croissants today. One of them was a ham and cheese sandwich, and the others were straight up croissants. I tried the neighbor kids over, so I was like, hey, you want one? And she goes, it's bland. And I'm like, it's like toast, except made with a lot of butter. She's like, oh, she's not impressed. Ginger, you are streaming tonight. Cookies off for the baby's daycare providers. That sounds so cute. We'll definitely check that out. Megan, hello at Wing Night. Yes, living the good life. I'm so glad you're doing that. Hillsbear, hello. I have not seen your name. Yeah, you haven't been much lately, but that's okay. Stuff happens, whatever it is. It's all good. I'm glad you're here now. Hope you'll hang out. Irish, now you want wings. You ate 2 to eat more if there were ham and cheese. Right, John? Yes, I get that. All the croissants. If you were to make a normal eclair, then top with bacon, then cover with chocolate, you would eat that. Well, so Ada, I think what we're going to do is one of them will be topped with bacon and chocolate. The other will be topped with some kind of bacon glaze, and then the pastry cream should have bacon incorporated. I'm going to make a classic one to compare against, though, assuming everything goes well. Like yesterday, when I was making the croissant dough and it never rose, I said, oh, well, it was, it failed. And then 4 hours later, when I finally got to cleaning that part of the kitchen, it had risen, so. These will be more immediately obvious if they are failures, because choux dough is not subtle. Let's put it that way. I have made choux paste before. Oh, thank you very much, Megan. It's my unicorn horn and my unicorn mane. And sorry about this. I'm gonna step off here for a second and do this. But there we go. Gotta just, you know how it is. A lot of you do not know how it is. Be glad that you were not brought up to like wear a bra. Even if you need one, I don't know. John, pictured you making them in a blue and white striped shirt and beret. Always screaming incoherently of the lack of quality butter. Is butter plural in French? Some things are that we don't think about as English speakers. I'm trying to think of what I could yell. Où est le beurre? That's as good as I got. I'm still super basic at French despite having taken it in high school, having a letter jacket for French from high school, and trying to study it in college, leaving it alone for a couple decades and then coming back to it and trying to study it again. So, well, that's okay. Okay, we're gonna whisk. I'm gonna pour the milk over here, and then we're gonna go over to the stove. And thank you again, Irish, for sending the tripod thing down with the children. That will help. I was just gonna hold it because that's fine. Now Irish will be using it to maybe stream. I know he at least was on Discord Live, but streaming the CNC laser engraver thing, which should be quite fun to watch. So 3/4 cup of whole milk, yes. All right, get that over here. We'll whisk this and we'll switch. I do need a blue and white striped shirt. I almost got one at the thrift store yesterday, but I went for some fall flannels instead. And this t-shirt dress, which is basically my equivalent of sweatpants. Okay, so this is our slurry of cornstarch, egg yolks, sugar, and a little bit of salt. Ah, World of Warships. Yes, that was, everybody came through yesterday when I said he's playing the game with the big ships and the things, and everybody knew what it was. Combined forces make laser engraved chocolate covered bacon eclairs in the shape of Hellfire missiles. Perfect, exactly. That is why, what? Nope, that's supposed to be live. Uh-oh. I can see it though. It's live on here. Oh no. I'm live here. It's totally blank there. Look, my feet aren't even moving. I'm moving my feet. Oh, you all play it, do you? Okay, we're gonna flip through here. Phone. I will reboot this app and see if it will. No. Is it an OBS issue? Dang it. World of Warships, World of Warcraft. You play as boats and planes. Who's the caster? I'll play that class of ship. It's not really similar to WoW, is it? So everybody likes World of Warships. I've never seen it. I've never heard of it until a couple days ago when he was playing it. All right. I'm totally playing my own game in Dinkum now, the one that me and Irish and Kiddo were playing over the weekend the other day. Super, super cute. And I occasionally go back into the Stardew Valley and do a couple things, but I get bored of it because everything I'm working on is very long term, like seasons long. And it's just a little grind, so like is a strong word. Okay. Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can get the phone thing to work, because it was working flawlessly, and oh, there are 3 Droid cams in here. That's not a good one either. All you can see are my ankles. Sorry guys, this was working when I tried it. Yes, blue screen of death. Gosh. Okay, well, you can watch me troubleshoot if that's better. I don't know if that's better. Okay, yes, that is the IP of... Yes, that is it. Okay, so I'm just going to minimize that. And that is here. And we are live. Okay, yay. Okay. Ooh, it's already thick. Okay. So I'm going to add some milk in right away. Partly because the milk's cold and partly because this is already getting like dry and crusty. And I just want to be able to smoosh it. Please contact your sysadmin. Did you reboot everything first? Goodness, the kiddo had a blue screen yesterday or the day before, and she was howling because she goes, well, when daddy's did it, the hard drive got killed. And I was like, yeah, baby, you don't have one of those good hard drives. Like, you don't have the M.2 whatevers. So she felt a little better, I guess. But she literally thought everything she had ever done on her computer was dead. And she was weeping, which, I get. And as former tech support, you encounter that. You do. All right, whisk in the milk. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the rest of it. It will take a minute to... It says medium-high heat, but medium on this burner is usually medium-high. Like, it cooks fast. So I'm going to... It died again! Come on. Is it stream freeze or is it just... And Stream Deck is useless. Junk. Yeah, no, it's Droid Cam. And the reason we switched from Elgato's product to this one is because this one worked better consistently. Yeah, no. All right, I'm gonna stir here. Fine for you. It's because you look back at the right time. Okay, so I can't touch the Stream Deck because it's just not listening to OBS. Let's try and go back. No. What on earth? Okay, well, Irish can have the tripod back then because I cannot use this way. Sadly. Infinite stirring, right? Just goes round and round. I don't know if it's Comcast. I think it's actually, no, see? It's still frozen from the other one. Okay, well, I'm turning that back off then. Fine. Comcast called Iris this morning. I don't even know what was said. You're playing it now, it's fun. Gotta go do tech support. I don't know what's wrong with it, babe. Like, it's not doing anything right. Okay, but this is cooking very quickly. It is. Either I curdled it or it's almost done. Ooh. Tell you what. It's thickening like a boss, but it's chunky. If I sieve it and it's still got lumps in it, we'll redo it. That was like, what, 2 minutes, 3 minutes? Pastry and creamy. It looks good, actually. It's not lumpy anymore. Hey. Yeah. I actually am done with it, I think. But it was so weird because it's never just died like that before, where it's frozen on a screen. All right, I'm going to put this down so I can decant it into a bowl. Yeah. I'm surprised that it's just not. Like, I reset it and it's just not. Sitting there spinning. Yeah. Aw, shush. I like your face. Oh, Irish, I clipped Megan last night. She was doing some really cool stuff.
She always does really
I know,
cool
but I
stuff.
thought you would like it. Like, I clipped it so I could be like, hey, go look at this clip I made of her, but then I forgot about it until just now. It was so good. Such fluid movement. So nice. Yes. Yes, you are, Rexy. Beautiful power couple.
Turn
Coming
it
to
on.
do deck support.
Your little OBS.
You have to push it there because Stream Deck is ignoring OBS, or OBS is ignoring Stream Deck. See, there we go. Irish cameo points reward. Did you actually redeem something? Because I didn't see it. Oh, I can't push that button. Okay, darn it. I don't. Yeah, you have to adjust it. Look, here is a dirty pad on the stove. It's great.
All right, I'll see you at the bill.
Thank you. Feet cam, right? Oh, good. You're just being goofy because honestly, I'm like, our channel reward's broken because I mean, they could be. Okay, that's pastry cream. This is pastry cream. Look at it jiggle. Let's taste it. Oh, there's a lump in it. Hi, Ginger. Welcome to my stream. Do you want to see my feet? This is my ankle. Okay, so yes, it's not sweet, but it's what it's supposed to be. I mean, less the sugar, right? So that will be good. I need to whisk in the vanilla and the butter, which will help cool it down more. Le beurre. How do you say vanilla in French? Probably like vanille. Oh, how much? Half teaspoon. Never have a half teaspoon, do I? Of vanilla. But yeah, that is the basic taste of it, so that's good. Never understood the foot fetish thing. Nobody does. I mean, maybe somebody does. But nobody I know does. Everybody's like, feet are not as exciting as everyone seems to think. I had a spatula. Oh, I put it there. There we go. Do you have to whisk it? There we go. Whisk it in. You check Google Translate. You're correct. Vanilla is French for is vanilla. Well, thank you very much, Ginger. I don't, I was saying earlier, like I'm not good at French. I practice it, and I have throughout my life, but I really am quite basic. I can definitely say my hotel room is not clean. And also I would like 45 baguettes. But, oh, and I know how to order beer and wine. Because the app that I'm using thinks that's very important for you to know. Pizza, beer, wine, cake, and bread. All right, so let's get this all the way incorporated. It's almost done. So it's still jiggly, but it's thinned out a little bit because of the vanilla, mostly the butter, but a little bit of the vanilla too. And we'll give it one more taste before we fridge it. And again, vanilla is going to make it taste sweeter to us because we're trained to think that vanilla things taste sweet. That is right. That is the right taste. That is exactly what it should be. Good. Okay. I have gnats. That's like the second one. Extra protein, y'all. That's what my dad would always say. It's kind of gross, but it's also accurate. Okay. Pastry cream in the fridge. That should be good. Now we can work on the fun part. Let me tell you this. We're definitely not going to use cornstarch again. And we'll put away all this extra butter. I'm going to get out my pre-cooked bacon to let it warm up to room temp, and I'm also getting out my rendered bacon fat to soften it so that if I want to make a glaze with or without chocolate for the top of it, I will do that. But choux. Okay, so the thing about choux pastry is you have to heat it. Oh, I will need that again. And then you have to use a, wait a minute. Oh, hi, Hippie. Lurking and cursing at a flooding dishwasher. Oh no, that sounds awful. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the resub. That is so nice. I appreciate that. Did you hear my croissant dough wasn't dead? I thought it failed, and then I was hanging out with y'all, right? And then I eventually went to clean up that part of the kitchen, and it had proved like 4 hours. 4 hours later. So I made these. I baked them this morning. I've had 4 of them. I might have 6 of them by the end of the day. I'm feeling very French. I might live on croissant and eclair. That would be fine. That would probably not be fine. But yum. I love that attaboy. I can hear that in George Takei's voice though. Oh my. I can't quite get down there, but yes. I heard that you were saying that in Irish's Dream, attaboy. So. Thank you, Hippie. Yes, I think so too. I think those were super yummy, and then the eclairs will be something. I'm getting out the hand mixer because, of course, you would do a full batch in a stand mixer, but I'm doing half batch, which means that my stand mixer won't even reach the bottom of the bowl with the little bit of ingredients I'm adding. So we'll just do it like this, which I'm not sad about at all. There is a website called Desserts for Two. Pretty sure it's called Desserts for Two. That's what I Googled to find it. And she has cut down every possible, not every possible, many recipes to cook for 2 people. And I cook for like 2.5 essentially most of the time. So I love being able to make a small version of what I want and have it come out right. And we were discussing on stream yesterday that a lot of times you can cut things down and fractions are important. And then sometimes you cut things down and you do all the math right and it doesn't work. Doubling or halving or tripling, trebling. It doesn't work because food doesn't always quite follow that progression. So it's always helpful to know if somebody's tested a half recipe or a quarter recipe. I have never done a half recipe of the choux paste. Choux dough. Why do I keep calling it? It's because I call it pâte à choux. It's choux dough, not choux paste. My brain, it's a false cognate, you guys. Hey, Flatspin. Attaboy, that's who it is. Excellent, I heard it that way. How you doing, Flatspin? Remember you're a mod, so use the band hammer and get some free eclairs. We'll see. Okay, butter and water in my pot, so I do have to scrub it out real quick. So we will, man, not having Stream Deck is hard. I was all like, it's Irish. It's stuck again. It froze again. What is it doing? Like, every single time. Is it OBS? Because, I mean, it could be an OBS problem since Stream Deck is not talking Bot Hunter 2022. That'd be amazing. But it should be like an 8-bit soundtrack and like a little pixelated guy with mod of indeterminate gender with a Twitch face and then like a little hammer. And it's like whack-a-mole only a game. I took that way too far, didn't I? Like nobody wanted to go there. Okay, I'm gonna scrub out this pot because this is my pot that I used because the only other one, well, I have a stew pot and a big old sauce pot and this one. And I love this one and I will use it until it is no longer usable. It just means I have to scrub out pastry cream, which you could have watched except that DroidCam and or OBS are being obstinate. Because I know you want to watch me scrub pots. Barefoot in the kitchen scrubbing pots. Oh shit. Y'all okay? Wow, you guys should, I'm sorry that I yelled and sweared, and I would have sworn to you that a child had fallen from the second floor to the first floor. Something very large fell. I think it was a 60-pound child, so I heard laughing. You're a dude, crabby old guy. That's okay. That's okay, but to be in the Twitch game mod, you'd have to be a character of indeterminate gender so that everybody or nobody is happy with the depiction. I do not mind playing games as a non-gendered or other gendered character. My paladin in WoW, he was one of my favorites. He was a big, dumb, blonde guy who hit things with a big sword. Like, that's how I wanted to play a paladin, so I don't know. That's your goal. Nobody's happy with you, right? Piss off everybody. Actually, that is, after Irish came home from the board meeting last night, I think that's who he's determined to be. Not necessarily make nobody happy with him, but just, oh, are you upset with what I'm doing? I give 0 Fs. Like, I'm going to do it anyway. You hear about that? If some of y'all were in his Discord last night. Although apparently it turned into political discussion very quickly, because by the time I said goodnight to him, he's like, it's politics! And put his headset back on and like focus completely on y'all. He is the best. I know he is the best. Truth. Okay, so we are going to get going with 3 ounces of butter, because I'm doing half, and 6 tablespoons of water. I can't show you. He needs to tell me what he did. Did he just... This is why we can't have nice things. Do I stop it? Excuse me. And then can I restart it? It's not restarting. All right, you guys. Oh, and I got... So thanks to Hippie very much I got the art game, and I did want to try it. So maybe this is the time we have to restart the cam. Yes, that is exactly what I had to restart, because there's software on the PC, and then there's the app on the phone. Oh, look, you can see my hair better. I made a little unicorn horn. Did I just make everybody... Oh, you're not even watching, because I'm not on the... I can see it on mine. It's sideways. Look, I have a unicorn horn. Okay, so the thing is, if I... Yeah, it's on the volume button. Sorry about that. Oh, you can see my feet. How terrible. If I switch scenes and then switch back, is it frozen? It's not frozen. Okay, so it's not just that. All right, well, let's not... I'm hoping that will work. But what I did want to do... Your face cam will crap out on the Mac. The wife's Mac. Gross. You don't like Macs? I loved a Mac to work on when I did customer service. I would not like it to do data analysis or app development or anything like that. I would be PC all the way. But for doing customer service and using basically browser apps and Slack all day long, well, 4 hours a day long, I mean, it was super great. It was easy peasy. And then I could text my friends as well on iMessage, so there was that. Worse than her PC? No? Oh, worse than a PC. You do Linux if you could. Oh, if you could run all your games. No, somebody's going to chip in and go, well, you can use the emulator, because every time anybody says they want to run something on Linux, somebody else says they should use the emulator of whatever flavor they like. That, like, I've run Linux servers before. Not in any serious way, but I don't know, it's a lot of work. I don't want to work to do a lot of work. Okay. Get a little more organized. No, that's not helpful. That took up way more space. All right. What I do want to do is test this game. But I don't know how. Like, the information on the site to run this game is so minimal as to be laughable, and it's kind of frustrating because I don't know how to do, like, I put it on here and I was playing the game and then it ended and now it just says game over. So I wonder if something happens if I go to it and start something. Okay. It is live. It won't run DCS unless you use Steam and you're not doing the yeah. Yeah, I don't know anybody who does. Okay, so it is. So I have to start on the browser, but it automatically will refresh in OBS, which is nice. So we're guessing. So how do we guess? I saw the command a minute ago, and then I have forgotten it. It's slash something. These drawings are sus. I've seen somebody else play this game, another streamer run this game before, and it's very funny because they are totally sus. You have one that's like, oh, it's clearly a mechanical thing, and then everything else is like, not. Okay, a dead dog, a worm, somebody on the toilet, a train, a telescope, a watering can. Oh, wow, attaboy. They're proactively ripping out lines. How long is that going to be? Oh, bar graph, yeah. Oh, Ninja Turtle. Ninja Turtle with a bar graph flat spin. That's funny. All right, so I need to actually go look on, let me exit it because you try and, it says use the chat to send your guesses, but like I thought there was a slash command. You just type, maybe you do type stuff. I also forget, message did not give a completion time. Oh gosh. It's going to be one of those, we are aware of an outage in your area. Please give us the time needed to make sure that we effectively complete your blah, blah, blah. This may take several days. There's a bucket. Bucket. Aha! Oh, so just type one flat spin. Dynamite, TNT, mouth, pear, blue thing, wishbone, cabbage. Just one at a time. You can't, can you put a comma? Do you know if that would work? Because I don't remember it working that way. Lips, barbecue. I've only gotten one? We've only gotten one. Fingers, up, lettuce. We got two. This is hard. Oh, this way up. Oh, that's, oh, a grill. Very nice. Okay, now we know how to play. I know how to play it, and we can do that, so that'd be good. But Ada, that's, that is concerning. Hopefully there will be, are they trying to do peace maybe? Surely not. Pew pew. Loser. Take the L. Avocado. That was totally a pear until it was an avocado. Yes, do hope so, attaboy. Like, do you have hotspot that you could use to at least be on Discord and stuff, or are you like totally cut off? Because that would be awkward. That was a pie? Oh wait, I missed the pie. Oh, wire cutters? Tweezers? Do you get the sound effects too? You're supposed to. Level 1. All right, game over. All right, well that was fun. Now we know how it works. You do get sound effects. Okay, good. So that's a definite filler for when we want to do something like that. For like when it doesn't work. Oh look, it's still working. Okay, all right, we're gonna do the showcase. How are you in there? You got 2 right, and I got 1 and 3, 1 more than you right, and that's it. Your parents constantly complain about your kleptomania. You take it they're not happy, Boro. Classic. Love it. Great bad pun. How are you? You're the one who doesn't like bacon, and I was watching the VOD yesterday to take some clips of some of the stuff I've done this week, and there I was going, oh, Boro doesn't like bacon, and then C Films does. But y'all, I was talking about y'all, which is why yesterday I accused C Films of not liking bacon. So that was fun. I feel like if I watch the VOD soon after, which I don't love to do, then I will actually remember like the conversation and possibly have a clearer memory. Because sometimes I'm like, what did I do last week? I'm like that a lot. No, I still can't use my Stream Deck. I'm gonna forget every time. I don't want to unplug it. Mute doesn't work, but the timers do. Yeah. Bacon is evil? No. Or just nasty? I will eat it all. Flat spin, how is it pulling in your answers? I don't know. Good question. If Hippie's still here, maybe he can tell us because he's the one that suggested it. But he's probably lurking. I think a lot of y'all are lurking, which is perfectly fine. You know that, right? You have my permission to lurk. You have my permission to come in here and never say a single thing. I do it to a lot of you. Because then I'm like in here doing something, then cleaning up, then teaching the kid, then in here, then the cat's puking, then I'm in here, and then I'm over there. We all do the things, right? Never worry about lurking at all. I invite you to lurk mightily. Mom doesn't love us as much. So sad. I love you all. Don't say a single thing. Oh, funny. Oh, attaboy, watch. It will be the whole weekend. You'll have no internet till Monday. Your last day's off. You do have a company hotspot. Oh, well, that's good. Use the heck out of that. That's why they gave it to you, so you can use it. Maybe not for gaming on the weekends, but still. It's the principle of the matter. Okay, I need to put water in here. I need to put 6 tablespoons in, which I had a cup measure for the milk. Oh, I did put it in here. Okay. I'm going to... 6 tablespoons is a little... Okay, it's 3/8. Yeah, 3/8 of 6 tablespoons is a little bit over a third. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. This may be why Shu is very sus. Notoriously difficult is what I really meant. Oh, shit. I splashed part of the water on the stove. So now I have to dump more in here. Now I have literally no idea how much water is in there and if it's going to cause problems. Day 2 of being down, can't work. Oh, man. Flatspin, is it still the not Active Directory, Defender issue? The Enterprise Defender issue that you're having? Use it taking a bath on the stove. Don't take a bath on the stove. I'm going to dry it off before I light it just because I don't need all that steam coming up. All right, well, let's try and flip back properly. Usually your hotspots are for getting remote locations up, allows the engineer to log in at the site. Oh, yes, attaboy, perfect. Makes perfect sense. Especially if you're doing, I mean, if there's a lot of offsite sites, that kind of thing. So you're going to throw your laptop in the bathtub. If you said hot tub, I would encourage you, because that's a great hot tub stream, like up until the point where throw OBS in the hot tub. All right, let's see if we can flip back over, and it's going to, yeah, it's moving. Okay, we are doing a thing. That's great. Let's do the thing that we intended to do, which is this, which is to heat it up. I'm going to get my recipe and come over here. And so we are on a piece of wax paper or parchment. Sift together the flour, salt, and sugar. Or I'm just going to dump it in. Where's Dad? I don't know. It's not too bad that Dad has to come down and fix it all. I mean, he's upstairs. That's all I know. A power toaster is the final bath bomb. Do not recommend. Exactly. Please do not. Please do not put it in there. Okay, I'm just going to put the dry in here, and then I'm going to... God, they're making such crashes up there. I don't know what they're doing, but it's making me nervous. The water and the butter can get hot. Like, I don't have to watch them like I did with the pastry cream. So we will... Question for HOA people. Said no on a hot tub, but yes on a shed. Can you put your hot tub in the shed? Well, if they're not going to know, then yeah. Can they inspect the inside of your shed? Why would they say no to a hot tub? What losers. I'm going to run my own subdivision. Everybody gets a free hot tub. All right, flour, salt. Not actual advice. I mean, hey, Boro, I'm in the same camp. Like, I have a shed. Who cares what it's for? It's not your business. Could do anything in there. Could be a she shed, or a he shed, or a hot tub shed. Just saying. Okay, half a teaspoon of sugar. Teaspoon, yeah, okay. Why would these have teaspoons? Uh-oh. What are you doing? You're escaping? Sounds like you're not doing a good job of it.
You want one more?
Oh, does she have to go home?
No.
Oh, does she want to go? JJ, you want to go home?
No.
Oh, okay. Wrestle on. I'm a terrible, like, I think if we had had a boy instead, I would learn how to do this, but as it is, I'm like, they're fighting with each other. Something must be wrong. I will go to intervene. No, they're just like wrestling and piggybacking and stuff. It's apparently
I
fine.
can't believe this. All my friends can pick me up.
That's because you're,
Except for Liv.
well,
Liv
yeah.
can't pick me up. But Charlotte
Okay.
can pick me up. She's like 9.
Charlotte's a strong girl. Look at that.
Charlotte's 9. She ate her vegetables. I eat my vegetables.
Yes.
I don't.
Okay, both of you hop out. All right, good play. Oh, not really hopping, JJ. No. Lord Bacon, all hail. Yeah, HOA is like the forbidden word at this point. Nobody likes the HOA. Okay, rolling boil, remove from heat. Well, look, it's already rolling. I can hear it. The divine swine, yes. Come in for the bacon, stay for the shenanigans. You're hungry. What do you want? Well, you saw my pantry. What do you want? What do you want? Yeah, go look again. Hey, why don't
Trip over your feet again.
come here, Mama? Come here. So JJ has blue hair. You guys saw her last time.
I got red
Mama
hair.
recently got red tips. We did these today, which is why my hands
I'm
have
a blueberry
pinks.
and she's a raspberry.
Yes, we have a blueberry and a raspberry.
We need a berry.
Okay, go look for snacks. Yes, she really likes her hair, so that's, and it's the same kind of stuff as mine. So when you get it wet, it just washes so much out.
Our street.
Yes, we did
Found it.
a streak all the way up.
Found it. What time is it?
It is 4:56.
Thank you, Flatspin.
Thank you, Flatspin. Well, then don't ruin your appetite if it's almost your dinner time.
I don't even think my mom's making it.
Well, somebody's going to make something at your house for dinner, or you're going to go to Chili's. Either way.
Wait, what? Chili's?
Don't you all go to Chili's?
What?
Don't you all go to Chili's and eat?
What?
Why wouldn't you go to Chili's? They're delicious.
What makes you think of Chili's?
I don't know. Like one time your mom was like, we're going to go to Chili's. And I was like, I haven't been to Chili's forever, and I will never forget.
What the fuck is Chili's?
Probably 2 years ago.
2. Exactly.
Exactly. Your Hawaiian HOA passed a noise ordinance so strict you can't even laugh out loud. All you can do is aloha. Boro. Do you look these up? Like, do you have a whole list? That is so cool. Watch that cable. That is internet for me.
Okay, step over the internet cable.
Thank you. Miss Flight gets very light purple streaks in hers. Gorgeous. This is the first time kiddos had anything other than hair chalk. And this is the first time I bleached mine to do anything at all with it. So it's been fun. It's fun to play with when you have hair. When you don't, You have a list of over 100 jokes. You look up almost all of them. Excellent. I think that is fantastic, Boro. Oh, hello, chosen one. How are you? Oh my gosh. So now I have to be all conscientious because there's a proper chef in here while I'm making shoe pastry. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it very much. Hello, Tara the Spirit Dragon. Always attacking the ball guy. Flatspin, just get a wig, man. We were talking about hair, but we are making, let's see if it, see, my stream deck's not working, but let's see. Yes. Is it actually working? It is, okay, it's not frozen. It's just because, yes. You need to show yourself out. Poor Flatspin. El Chosen, what were you doing? How's it going? Were you doing food and drink, or were you playing something? Highland J, cooking's going. So we have pastry cream in the fridge. I'm just doing the eclair shells and the pastry cream, and then we're gonna add bacon into it and see what we get, and possibly chocolate. Fellow few folic fellow. Ha, Boro, you're killing me here. I get it though. I would put a hyphen between few folic so that we know it's less hair. All right, okay, we're doing the thing. Remove from the heat, dump in the flour mixture all at one stir. I've done this, I can do it. Everything is great. Did a pre-gym fuel segment. What do you do for pre-gym fuel, for workout fuel? That's really cool. Okay, so take off the heat. I have done this before, just not in a while. And scrape out the bowl. I'm sorry, you're seeing the butt of the blue bowl instead of right, until it comes together, right? Where's my recipe? Did I miss something? I don't think so. Cook for a minute. I hate leaving the gas on even if I take it off for a minute because I've left the gas on the burner for like a minute and it turned out to be like 30. Freaks me out. Stir for a minute. Big ball. See, this is the closest thing. Oh, you know, I was gonna say it's the closest thing I have to a wooden spoon. It is not. I forgot. There's a reason I don't use these, and it's because this was the weapon of choice of my mother where we deserved a spanking. So I had trauma. It's quite dry. I know it will get less dry as the eggs go in, but I don't remember it being quite this chunky. El Chosen, do you do choux paste? What am I calling it? Pâte à choux? It's starting to smell like it's burning. I'm not gonna do that. Take it off the heat. We'll go with it. You know what? If it doesn't work, we'll do it again. Honestly, it's fine. It's a half recipe too, so. All right. Can't use the string. Oh, there we go. Teaching how to make fried rice. Yum. Fried rice. Did you? Old rice? That is my favorite trick. Ooh. Thank you, Lynn J. I don't know that anybody's ever used highlight my message before. Internet is laggy again. Oh, I did drop 2% of my frames. Let me reset it. It's green now. Thank you, Flatspin. Here's thank you for coming in. Please make sure you refresh your stream and remove the referral rate information for. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm still such a nub. Gosh. Okay. Hi.
What's up?
Not much.
John,
John made you? John's your boss? Oh, okay. So, John's probably a great boss. Mix the dough, then. It is dropping again. Oh, now it's dead. Dang.
It may be me, actually. Because I'm downloading this massive game.
Okay. All right. You can see me. We'll keep trying for a minute. It's going from red to yellow to green to red to yellow to green.
It's me.
Okay. Irish says it's because he's downloading something, but.
And I said to use all nuts.
With everything. Okay. Well then there's no room for me on the upload channel. There should be fine room for me on the upload channel.
No,
it is, or the connection, yeah. All right, so that's one egg. So we have another egg, and then we whip it. Baking class made you do a 10. Yeah, I thought so. I figured anybody who.
Correct that wheel.
I need the whip it. Don't I have a whip it good sound clip in there somewhere? Can one of y'all look?
Break your mama's back.
Or should just sing this heart out. Right, Flatspin, that's what I was thinking. Upload and download are different channels. Like, we have evidence of that. And it's just going, it's bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down. All right, well, I'm gonna keep going for a minute. We're gonna see if it comes back. All right, now I'm going to.
Everything is fine. Nothing is ruined.
Yes. There we go. That looks nice, actually. I'd say that's ribbony. No. Wrong button. Ribbony, right? How do we do the scoopy thing to see if it's ribbony? Yeah. Yes. I would say that's sufficient. You taught them the Panda Express trick, cook rice and then cool it on a flat tray and dry it out. That is super smart. I had not thought of that because I always have leftover rice. But that does work. Yes, because it can't absorb any of your delicious stuff you put in it if it's full of water. I always refrigerate mine, which makes it extra dry, right? To use the next day or days later. Just pause download. Green now. Surely not, though. Surely that's not it. Okay. What I needed pastry tip. Can I just use a pastry bag? I'm going to use a piping bag. I mean, there are eclairs. I should just make them super fat, right? I've only ever done cream puffs with this, by the way, so this is a first for the actual eclair shape. You know what I could do, though? Where's my big fat one that I use as a cutter? I can just put this in the tip of the bag and preheat the oven. That would be a super smart idea since it should be hot already and it's not. 450? 450. So I'm going to drop it to 425 because it's convection and because it's a small oven and it's pretty close to the top, which is why these are extra brown because, I mean, they're supposed to be brown, like golden brown, but they're brown because they're just so close to the flame in the little chamber. Well, there's just the top and the bottom chamber. They're both little, but the heat comes from the top on the top one and the bottom. All right, I've got piping bags sticking to me. Thanks, static electricity. You're the best. All right. That's what I wanted. Oh, where's my thing? So my sister, oh no, where is it? It's way back there. My sister taught me the best way to fill a pastry bag is to put it in a baby crunchy cereal container because it's perfect height. Even my drink glasses, what are they called? Old-fashioned glasses are the short ones, right? Anyway, tall glasses, they're not quite long enough. But this one is just the right height to put most of the piping bag in it, and then it won't get kinked at the bottom. That is a nice consistency. Maybe all the issues with the water, getting water on the stove, just dumping it out, you know. Basically, making a mess. We're pretty good at that here. All right, signal, no, I've dropped, I was gonna say signal looks good, and then I say I've dropped 5% of frames. %. How are you guys seeing me? Is it okay? Should I assume from the silence in chat that y'all can't see me and hear me? Because it could be a natural lull. Happens. All right, let's put that aside, and that should be empty. Oh, thank God. That means I did use all the eggs properly. And we will pipe some eclair. Oh shit, it's runnier than I thought. I forgot. So most of it's in there. We'll put it back in the piping bag in a minute. Sorry, I swear on stream again. I apologize, I'm not supposed to. It might be too loose, I don't know, we'll have to see. By baking it, so. Parts of it are chunkier than I think it should be. Oh, thank you. Cheesy pee-pee head. I am a child, yes. I found that very funny. But thank you for the follow. Let's get the rest of the eclair. See if maybe if I just stand it here. I was like, this is such a great idea. Well, it's not whenever your dough ends up in the bottom of the container. We still need the oven to preheat. Everything's fine. What's an eclair? Are you speaking from a philosophical or a technical standpoint? This is pâte à choux dough. I always call it choux paste, which is an eggy dough that you can pipe to make cream puffs or eclairs or other hollow shapes and fill with stuff. So an eclair is this paste that has been baked and then injected with something, and I have pastry cream in the fridge, but we will be adding bacon to elements of this dish to make bacon eclairs. I need another hand or two. It's okay. I'm just sticking my fingers in goo everywhere, which I don't love. Somebody play the clip. So cheesy pee-pee head, what brings you in? Do you just want to find out what an eclair is? Because that's totally fine. Okay, we'll have enough for another if I get the rest of it out of there, but I'm just slinging the dough everywhere. I'll see if I can maybe shape it a little bit with a spatula in a minute, but we'll get maybe a couple of what they should be and then some regrets, but that's okay. Sounds pretty good. Oh yeah, scrolling through the cooking section. Well, thank you for clicking on me. We have a lot of fun in here. You're absolutely welcome to be here. And if you aren't familiar with eclairs, then I'm hoping I'll give you a good representation, but I've made cream puffs out of this, but I've never made the long ones, the eclairs. And choux pastry is notorious for being temperamental. I do need to make sure it gets a really good bake, and then we'll see about filling it and if it collapses, because it can do that. Right now I'm just trying to get the rest of the dough out of the container because it leaked out of my piping bag. Definitely some of this dough is going to burn where I'm scraping it down the silicone mat, which is fine. I've burned things in my kitchen before. I can do it again. Gosh, it's just all, I'm going to have to put this through the dishwasher. My goal in life is to put as few things through the dishwasher as possible, which is part of why I measure in grams so often, because then I don't have a teaspoon and a tablespoon and a half cup and all this. I've just got a dirty bowl and a spoon, 3 spoons usually, because that's how I roll. All right, I'm just going to take the rest of this and scrape it. There's still plenty in there, but I'm going to make a cream puff out of what's left. Trying to clean it up. So El Chosen, does it look a bit loose to you or anybody else who's done choux paste before? If you used it before, to me, I feel like it probably is a little loose, but it has been, like I said, years since I've made it. So I'm going to put these in the sink and wash my hands off, and then I'll come back and we'll see what we can do. The soothing sounds of water. If you didn't have to pee, you do now. Sam, you almost burnt your house down trying to cook some eggs. Can definitely happen. Definitely. The funny thing is, the fire detector goes off when I make salmon. And I make salmon a lot because we like salmon and rice as just one of our staple dinners. I've never burnt the salmon, but I have burnt stuff like on the burner of the stove. No fire detector, like nothing went off. Not helpful. So it's very unhelpful. I'm sure if we had a proper fire, it would be great. But as it is, I think it just doesn't like salmon. All right, so slightly embarrassing pan of potential dough. Now we may, like I said, we may need to make it again. That's okay. We'll see fairly shortly if it puffs up at all. This is all egg puff. That's what it's going to do. 15 minutes at high heat and then 10 minutes at medium heat. Same as the croissants. So, we'll see. I'm dropping frames again. Oh no, 1.6. That's not too bad. I can live with that. Hydrate. Channel redeem hydrate. From me to you. I am gonna put a little bit more care into wiping some of that off, especially at 450 or 425 because I'm doing fan. It's gonna burn, and the smell of burnt eggs, which is what this will smell like, is not my absolute favorite. Smells like wet dog, or wet dogs smell like burnt eggs. I don't know which one is which. Either way, not a favorite smell. All right, that should suffice. We'll see. Now I have bacon. We're gonna need that. I'm gonna get out chocolate chips, and they're semi-sweet. I do have unsweetened baker's chocolate, but I don't want to go through sweetening it. Honestly, so I'm just going to put some chocolate chips in a double boiler once these have gone in, and we'll melt it down so that we can do the classic chocolate. Well, it's not going to be classic because this will harden, and usually what you make, I believe, is like a powdered sugar corn syrup cocoa glaze. That's the chocolate on eclairs, but I like chocolate, and I don't own corn syrup, and I'm not going to, so we'll do that. It'll be passable. I can mix some butter into it and soften it a little bit. Almost there. 3 degrees. There we go. All right. So at least the timers on my Stream Deck are working, even if the OBS integration is not. I will set a 10-minute. That was 8. 10. I will set a 10-minute timer. Or did it say 10 to 15? Where's high heat? 10 to 15. We'll look at 10 and see how dark they are. The pan had the flour and butter mixture basically in it, so I'm actually just going to put water in it since we're doing a double boiler, and I don't care what's going on down here as long as it's making steam. So yeah, it's a little dirty. That's okay. Let's see if I do not have any longer a stainless steel bowl that will fit, and so glass it is. Let's see if we can switch back to the phone or if it froze again. Good, okay. That angle is so funny. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. So I do need to turn it on. This is the power burner. And I just need it to make steam. And then we'll put in our handful, double handful, of chocolate chips. And a little bit of butter. So if I just melted these down and then I put them on something, they would be brittle. The resulting chocolate would be a brittle shell, and I don't really want that because it'll crack when we bite into the eclair. So I'm going to add a little bit of butter in with it, and that should help it be less brittle, obviously. It is kind of aggressive heat. I could probably turn it down more. You know what? I'm going to actually use the back burner on high because it is a little tiny burner, poor thing. But if I crank it up on high, then that will be hopefully enough to make it steam. We'll see. Hi, David. How are you? I'm glad you made it in. Let me move this so that we're... Well, goodness. There we go. That shouldn't be, I think it was being blown out before. Yeah, now you can see pretty clearly. How are you, David? I'm glad I got to say hi to you earlier in Irish's stream. I know what's been going on with you guys, so hope y'all are hanging in there. Just going to rinse off very quickly the wooden spoon. And then we'll come back and watch chocolate chips melt slowly. Ooh. Oh, Flat Spin, thank you so much for the gift sub to David. I tried to push a button on my stream deck again. Thank you, Flat Spin, and thank you, David. That's good. I'm so glad you're good, and I'm glad that you're back. Although, take your time if you need to, right? You know, you're not obligated to be here for anybody but yourself first, right? Then your circles. There's always the circles. I don't know if you guys know that. We gotta watch this chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Flat Spin, you are a legend. You are amazing. When, especially with things like medical problems or grief and those kinds of things, the inner circle is the people who are immediately affected. Husband, wife, children, parents, that kind of thing. And then the next circle out are the people who need to be giving the people in the first circle support. They can be grieving, but their primary role within the situation needs to be supportive. And then the people outside of that are supporting the people in the second circle, and so on. So it helps, because some people can feel things very strongly even when they're more removed from the situation, and that often creates tension and strife. If what I said makes no sense to you, don't worry about it. I should draw a diagram. Actually, you could Google it, and I'm sure people have. There's another gnat. Why are there, dang it, gnats in my kitchen? I'm gonna add a little more butter. You're just a dude disguised as a dude playing another dude? Dude. Thanks for not being nice. All right, a little more butter. I promise that's all I'm going to add. Otherwise, it's going to be super soft, and I don't want it to be super soft. I just want it to be a little soft, but I really had a feeling I needed more butter. The funny thing is chocolate can seize very quickly, which means it's going to separate into the really dry bits and the oily bits, and that's no good. At that point, you do have to add more butter. And I can't touch the bowl up here because the steam's all at the bottom. But if I were to make a little gap, I would probably go steam burn. So I'm going to try not to do that. There. And I don't have to stir it this much because it's a double boiler. I'm not going to scorch the chocolate. If it was like straight up on the bottom of the pan, I would be burning the heck out of it right now. So I'm doing this because I have nothing else to do with my hands. It helps getting back into the swing of work and watching you guys and the Twitch fam. I'm glad, David. Yes. Yeah, flat spin is exactly right? Distractions are a good thing. And when we use them to excess, they become destructive often. But for sure, dwelling in grief, I mean, we are only able to cope with it for so long before we have to take a break. And it's perfectly fine to take a break. I mean, honestly, the grief will be there when you get back. As we saw on my stream on Tuesday, Wombat Hedgehog pointed out that I had put the United States National Suicide Hotline number on my screen because somebody might need it one day, and I want it to be there for them. All right, this actually, so see how it looks like it's getting really dry? It's going to seize, so I need to put more fat in it. So I said I wouldn't put any more in, and here I am. More fat. I hope somebody just came into the channel for the first time like, this lady's yelling more fat. This is great. but it is too hot, so I'm turning it down. I was like, crappy little burner, haha, not hot enough. It was like, I'll show you. Dude, as long as you're making steam. Yeah, I can turn it quite a bit down. There we go. So yeah, I just want it all to look shiny. Where it starts to look dry, it is not doing what I want it to do. Ooh, I'm starting to smell eggs. Toothpaste is very eggy. Uh-oh.
I died though. Fuck.
Reset. Ooh, flat spin. I heard it and I didn't. Oh no, do I not have the shout out? Yeah, I do. I have the shout out scene on here. I just turned and didn't see it. And jokes, a lot of inappropriate jokes. Exactly, David. Yes. Boro does like jokes. Boro is a joke master coming in and in line. Like it's burning. So like I said, burning eggs smell like wet dog. It's gross in here right now. Comcast 30 here, is that you? It is yellow. Dropping frames. Yeah. Dang it. Okay. Well, it's yellow, it's orange, it's red. Or Irish started downloading. Darn it. I hate it. Why would it upset the upload channel? We do need the fibers. If somebody could run them into the window, we could plug an actual, just backed it off. Okay. All right, so we turn the oven down to 350, which I'm gonna do 325 because it's convection. And I'm gonna set it for another 10. So when I peeked in a second ago, when we dropped all the frames, yeah, it doesn't make sense, right, flat spin? They're golden and they're bubbling and they're puffing a little bit. So these are not gonna be nice, thick eclairs. They're gonna be a little squinchy eclairs, but we're gonna be fine with that. Download is on 2 separate channels according to what Dom has told you. Yes, right, and that's our understanding of it too, right? You have different frequencies at which download goes and upload goes, and they're different from each other and distinct, which is why we can download all day without being able to upload sometimes. So I don't know. That doesn't, yeah, it's not making sense. So instead, look at my chocolate. So nice. You're flooding the modem? You think it's the actual cable modem? See, it's starting to seize again. It's looking really dry. So I'm considering adding more butter. No, not more butter, Liz. That's a terrible idea. No, it's okay. It is actually okay. So it's gonna be hot, but that's all right. Yeah, it's warm. It's melty warm. So I'm just gonna leave it over there. It's on super low. Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna turn it off because leaving that burner on makes me, you can't even see the gas flame, so it makes me nervous. So it's a gigabit NIC, so it's still the choke point. I mean, I guess. Okay, rinsing off what can be rinsed. And I think we'll get out the pastry cream because we have to let them cool. We have to let them cool first. Chocolate, exactly. Yum. Download is done. Happy streaming. Thank you, dear. A gig NIC is still only going to give you 256 megabits per second theoretically. Well, I'm not even pushing that much. I'm at 30 frames per second. Not even 60. So, and then where I did downgrade part of one of the settings that Irish told me to that I forgot. It's that same gnat. Oh my gosh. Okay, everything is fine. I'm gonna chop up bacon. So we have a chocolate glaze, and then I think I have white chocolate as well. Nobody here likes white chocolate. I only got it to decorate the poutine cupcakes because of the child. Not cupcakes, ice creams. Because of the child, and she wanted to do the recipe the way it was written, which involved decorating with white chocolate. So I could do that, but I'm not sure. Not sure how I feel about that because I just don't like white chocolate. Like, put the cocoa back in it. I mean, if you flavor it with like lemon and stuff, I'll eat it, but otherwise, nah, not worth it. All right, so we're gonna get some bacon bits. I'm not gonna make them as small as I did yesterday for the biscuits. I'm gonna keep them more the size they were for the cookies, which were probably too big for the cookies, but this is a liquid. No maple bacon glaze. I don't have any maple. I mean, I have fake maple syrup. Oh, I could do white chocolate and fake maple syrup and bacon. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So we'll have a chocolate, a semi-sweet chocolate, and then we'll have a white chocolate maple. So, attaboy, you've convinced me. All right, so we're gonna mix them in, we're gonna mix them in our pastry cream, and we're gonna use some for topping. That's probably gonna be, that's not enough, but it will be fine for now. I'm gonna get another bowl. Do I have another bowl that will fit? No, not really. Well, I do, but it's gigantic, so. Kaya, good night. It was so lovely of you. Thank you for the raid yesterday. It was so good to see you guys in Irish's chat, or you in Squizzy in Irish's chat and then in Squizzy's chat. Always fun. But you were a delight, my dear. What did you stream today? Were you streaming something? I did not check from 3 p.m. my time on, unfortunately. I was reading a book. It was about magicians and magpies. You can make the 8-hour drive to bring some maple. All right, it's a deal. I will pay you in eclairs. See you at midnight. Wait, what time is it? 8 hours isn't that far. It's far. Last DCS refuel attempt. Oh, aerial refueling is really, really hard. I watched Irish do that so many times when he was playing the first time he was a streamer. It's very tough. Good for you. You'll try to get into air-to-air combat on the weekend. That will be super fun. That is really engaging. So I will definitely try and watch at that point. Can you hear me chomping? All right. So the chocolate is not going to get as hard as it was. So I may have to heat it up again a little bit, but I'll get this bowl out and we'll put some white chocolate in and turn the poor little baby burner back on. Let me get the white chocolate. Look, this is how much I have left. So much white chocolate. Ruffalophagus, indeed. Hello, how are you? Try to set up your voice attack. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you said that. 1 to 2-ish, yeah. Hey Ruffles, did you ever get did you get the cookies from your parents? Oh wait, it doesn't work. Sorry. Having Stream Deck issues. They were very unflavored. They're gone. Okay. Hopefully in the good way. Your dog liked them. Did you feed them to your dog? You stinker. That's fine. All right, so I have a block of white chocolate on the, I'll click it myself. Thank you, Stream Deck. On there. I'm gonna get out our fake maple syrup. You know it's the good stuff, right? Classy. You like them too? Oh, good. You only gave her a quarter of a lemon one. Okay, nice. I mean, they should be dog safe. They're human safe. All right, let's see how that does. Totally making this up. But, I mean, y'all are used to that, right? You need to mail me some syrup. Yes. Maybe he's going to be your gunner in the Apache? Really? Definitely Marriage Flight Simulator. Oh, my gosh. Okay, I need a drink. I keep coughing. Flat spin, what are you talking about? Eh? Proper Wisconsin maple syrup. I mean, if you're allowed to send it through the mail. The thing is, I mean, I think I can get some. Supposedly the stuff that Costco sells is good, like good quality, but at the same time, I'm not going to use a jug of it. I need like a sample size. I need like an IHOP size. Corn syrup. So a lot of people like corn syrup for a lot of things, flat spin. I don't like it for me and my family. I will not judge anybody that uses it for anything else. Excuse me. Oh, I gotta go off camera and... Goodness. Just my... Life sometimes gets you. I don't love corn syrup. I won't use it. I just won't. I'll find another way. There's like honey and other stuff. Like, it's fine. And other people love it, and that is great for them. So, a pint? Yes. A pint would be the perfect amount. And then I could use it just like a little bit in little things. Aha. All right. I will switch over in a second, but we're having such a nice chat. I'm just going to it's a big chunk of white chocolate. Ruffles, you use corn syrup and you avoid high fructose corn syrup like the plague. I try not to have it in anything, either what my parents grew up calling Caro. Actually, they didn't. They called it Cairo because we were in Texas. They don't have accents. They grew up in Colorado and California, so they don't have, well, and Hawaii and some other places. But they don't really, my parents don't really have an accent, but whenever they talked about it, it's Cairo syrup, not Caro syrup. Like if you read it, it's Caro syrup. But it's funny. And also we say ranch. Like me and my sisters, it's not ranch. We can say it if we think about it, but usually it just comes out as ranch. So you can kind of tell where we're from. Candied bacon. Let's see. Oh, I was going to make, one of the things I was thinking about making tomorrow was caramel, bacon caramel, which is a candy-ish. I also don't have any heavy cream though. So, all right, let's see how our eclairs, oh no. Oh, sad. They're so sad. This one poofed a little bit.
Everything is fine. Nothing is ruined.
The eclairs are a little ruined. They did not puff. So I think my consistency was too thin. Well, and the pot that I need to use to make the choux dough is boiling the white chocolate, melting the white chocolate. It's 5:30. We can make it again. We can. It'll be fine. Yep. Ranch. Exactly, attaboy. Exactly. See, but I have nothing to fill and nothing to glaze, so I've got to put this aside and focus on redoing choux. Oh, thank you, Flatspin. Thank you, thank you. It should let you pull up video clips now because you have all the powers. All right, more butter, more of the flour's still out. That's good. I'm almost out of butter again. Gosh, sorry I can't mute, guys. I gotta yell at the robot. Alexa, put butter on the shopping list. Oh. I already have butter on my shopping list. How clever of me. All right, so we're just gonna reuse bowls and everything. Three tablespoons, put the butter away. Ooh. It's funny, white chocolate gets stringy, or maybe it's also helping with, oh, you know what? I bet this fake maple syrup has corn syrup in it. There are a few things I will never check the ingredients on because my people are like, I need this. Irish will be like, I need Oreos, and I'll be like, I will buy you Oreos, and I just get it for them. If I'm making it or making the decisions, it does not have corn syrup in it, but I'm probably speaking incorrectly when I say that nothing here has it. Because of all things, imitation maple syrup is going to have it. Monk fruit. It's good, flat spin. You get the cooling effect though, which I don't love for things that should be warm. Make your tongue think like it's cold. Granulated honey. Oh, that's nice. I like honey. I don't know if is granulated better? Or, I mean, obviously it's got less water in it. This is a nice smelling glaze though. This will definitely be like a nice maple thing. Smells like fake maple syrup. All right, so the white chocolate is melted. I'm going to turn that off. We will probably need to return both of these to the burners again. This dark chocolate, or these chocolate chips just want to seize up all the time. But if they stay soft like that, I might leave them. For monk fruit, you never had that cooling effect? Oh, pure monk fruit. Oh, okay. Then it's the erythritol. So that's why. I wasn't sure which one it was. I've used the mix all the time. Yeah, that steam burn that I was talking about. There it is. Okay, all right, here we go. I've never found pure monk fruit. It's always been erythritol monk fruit mix. But I think you're now that you're saying that, I'm sure you're right. I'm sure it's the erythritol that is the culprit for the cooling effect. All right, so pan's still really hot, but I'm gonna peel off these little things. I'm gonna taste the cream puff. No, I'm not. Burnt egg all day long. So the other thing is I'm not real happy about the cook times as they're written, because I don't want hard burnt egg puffs. I want yum puffs. Ingredients: corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, water. It's okay. Everything in moderation, right? She won't actually even eat syrup anymore if I make her chocolate chip pancakes. And I've been doing that. Red Raider, hello. Oi, how you doing? Amazon does have everything. Use Smart Monk, not Pure Monk. What else is in it, Flat Spin? Stevia? If it's not erythritol? I'm just guessing. Oh, it's the brand. I see. Got you. Red, is it really, really you? What were you doing the other night in Discord that I told you to stop? Okay, so I'm scraping out most of what was left in the bowl. I'm just going to be efficient. We'll use that. We'll say it's efficient and scrape out what's there and reuse the bowl. So I need to measure the water into, I made my cup dirty. Okay, I'm going to correctly measure the water into the pan. Oh, bloody. I'm just a big mess. All mess. You were being ridiculous last night. Like most nights? Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I need to adjust this. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Don't knock off a glass full of water. Here, watch that melt for me, all right? You on it? You good? Y'all have a lot of fun, do you not? I think it is very amusing. Oh, hello, JJ. How are you? You had to escape? Is she torturing you? What is she doing? Oh, she's missing.
Yeah, no, she's missing. My mom said I could have dinner with her on Thanksgiving.
I don't know what we're having for dinner yet. Oh, I do. Do you like meatloaf?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe. Have you had meatloaf? Okay, 6 tablespoons, measured exactly so that I do not have to worry about splashing it.
7 o'clock, she said.
Okay, that sounds good. Oh, do you like green beans better or Brussels sprouts better? The little cabbage ones. Mm-hmm. Green beans? Okay, no problem. Tonight for dinner? Yeah, absolutely.
No, you're hungry.
Good. I know you're hungry. I love that. My mom said I could have dinner here. Is that cool? I mean, sure. Why not, right? Just have to eat while we're eating. It's not like the kid actually does that half the time. It is the fun bunch. You are the fun bunch for sure. Okay, so while that is melting and coming to a boil, put the dry. Maybe I should sift it. Maybe I should do it right, huh? Sift it onto a piece of we're using tin foil. No, we're using wax paper. Look, parchment is expensive. I'm not just gonna put something to sift it on. Y'all gotta understand. And by y'all, I mean French people, because they wrote this recipe a long time ago. That is disgusting and needs to go through the dishwasher. Okay, we are not sifting. Oh, I have a tiny one. Tiny sifter to the rescue.
That's what she said.
Is that a tiny one? I have a tiny one. Is that where we're going with this? 70 grams of AP flour. Ugh, I'm just gonna have to do it not the way I want to do it, and that's fine. Starting over is hard. It's like I was just here. I just did all this. My goodness. That's okay. 70 grams of flour. A pinch of salt, half a teaspoon of sugar. Little bit of sugar. I will need 2 more eggs. Let's get those eggies out. Ooh, big one. The funny thing is, so when I buy like Kroger or H-E-B eggs, they all seem quite uniform. And when I buy Costco, big flat 5 dozen eggs, they're completely different sizes, like completely different sizes, which I think is real. Like that's how chickens work, right? So, okay. Dry ingredients are now going to be sifted onto a piece of wax paper because that's what the rules said.
Have you been informed that the other one is staying for dinner?
I have been informed that we invited her by chance of her saying that she just was going to stay and her mom was fine with it. Yeah.
What is the plan?
Meatloaf with green beans. No, she chose between green beans and broccoli and Brussels sprouts. So, JJ, yeah. She also said she wanted strawberries.
I want freaking chicken wings.
We'll get some wings. Call up Domino's, get some wings.
Megan's fault.
I know, it's Megan's fault. She's out eating wings, and here we are like
That's wing night.
Taco Tuesday, Wing Thursday.
All right, when is this bacon thing over?
Tomorrow.
Mango wings?
Oh, habanero mango would be good. I love habanero mango. At Domino's?
I like their Parmesan.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, don't tempt me. I'll go order a freaking shitload of them right now. I'll order a box of 650 wings.
Hashtag for the wings. Please subsidize our wings. They are awesome, yes. Yeah.
But then everybody would want pizza.
Everybody would want pizza, and then we wouldn't have meatloaf. I have a plan, but I have not executed it. I'm making more pâte à choux because my first one was crap. Do it if you want to. See, I knew it. See, there he goes. Excellent. Tell them. Mom and Dad shot.
Now you're hungry.
You're hungry. Everybody's hungry. I'm not. I've been eating bacon as we sit here. Let's go through the the ingredients again. Bring the water and butter to a rolling boil. Remove from the heat. Dump in the flour. Stir with a wooden spoon. I need my wooden spoon that I just washed because maybe my Halloween spoon threw everything off. Ooh, terrible. See this? See this right here? That's what my mother used to do. Like, she used to do that, and I do it now too, and I'm like, oh, and I can just feel the sting. Like, that is one thing. Like, we don't spank the child, we just take away our electronics. She gets way worse. I'm more upset about that. But also, like, if I, at my age, can remember the feeling of the sting of the wooden spoon on my butt, that's some trauma that lives for 40 years. It's a lot. Seems like a long thing. I don't want to do that to her. The mango habanero wings with blue cheese dressing. Oh, yes. Irish will order those. We do love blue cheese. The children do not, obviously. I'm assuming JJ doesn't. Okay. Stir it. Return it. Cook it. All right, we're going to try it, and I'm just going to... You still have scars from the paddling grade school? Oh, Lord. That's why they stopped. Hopefully. Okay. It was on a boil. Oh, I put it on low. I'll bring it back to a boil. Bring my sheet of dry goods over there. I mean, the thing is about spanking is some kids need it, but nobody needs it to the point where they have scars. There are other things that you can do to mess up a kid to the point where they will rethink their strategy that don't require permanent. I mean, either permanent trauma, like... I'm joking a little bit about mine because it's not trauma, but boy, if you remember the sting of it, then it's something. Okay, I'm going to turn that all the way down. Stir. Put it back on the heat. This is what we did last time. It looked and felt the same. Maybe I need to stir it longer. Counting in my head. Squish together, come on. I feel very ineffective, but it keeps coming together and coming apart. Okay, I'm gonna call it done. Get the bowl, get the mixer, back out. You were just teasing you don't have scars? No, I mean, honestly, there are people who do. There are people who do. I mean, and if you want to talk about... Irish can tell you stories. I will not tell you his stories, but I mean, yeah, I don't have physical scars, so that's good. And, but you know, stuff sticks with you, for sure. Okay. Heaters go back in. You get paddled in school, then a second from Dad when he got home. Yes, that tends to be it as well. Is like, that's not the end of it, because then, I mean, wait till your dad comes home is a very horrible thing to say to a lot of people. Right, mix the dough on low speed, then put the egg in, then put the other egg in. So I'm just gonna hold this one here while it does something. So let the heat out of the dough. They would ultimately call him out of his class to tell him you were in trouble. Oh my gosh, that's the worst. What did he teach? I think you told me before, I just don't remember. Okay, so the heat's coming out because I feel it steaming. David, you have a barbecue place, wings with honey mustard ranch 50-50 called Tut Sauce? That sounds like it would be good. I don't love honey and mustard together, but I like them separately, which is funny, I admit. English and Humanities, 11th and 12th grade. Oh my gosh. I loved my English teachers, which is probably why I went back to get another degree in English, just because it was a happy place thing for me. But they were all women, so I don't know. I had some really good male teachers in high school, and a lot of not good ones as well. All right, that is incorporated, so our other egg goes in. And this one, we'll incorporate that. I hear children yelling, descending the stairs. Oh, the joy. Beat until the dough gets thick and ribbony. I thought it got thick and ribbony. Maybe I didn't thick and ribbony it enough. I'm gonna whip the heck out of it a little bit. Pretend like it's my buttercream. We love metal shop, math, chemistry, architectural drawing, art class, and history. Very nice. English was really a safe space for me, and French. We had a computer science class. I think it was like in 10th grade maybe. There was only one, and like we learned basic. So I learned basic, and then that was it until I got to college. And after being a philosophy major and a genetics major, I decided computer science was where I needed to stay so that I could screw around in the computer lab all day. Okay, so I did the drop test last time, and I'm doing it again, and it looks thick and ribbony again. So either this will turn out poorly and we will not finish, or I'll do something right. We'll see. We'll see what we can see. I will need another piping bag, and I will not fill it the way I said was awesome, because it was not awesome for eclair sauce. I'm actually just going to fill it and then snip it. You should have taken German in high school. You took French instead. I should have taken Spanish, because then I could have used it. Hockey and on the rifle team. Nice. I grew up in suburbia. We did not have a rifle team. Okay, it's too thin. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to whip it some more, not do it again. Good Lord. I think that's what I'm thinking is nice and ribbony is not. I want it to stick longer on the spatula. So let's do that. They brought the rifle team back not long ago. Very nice. Shooting is so important a skill. I mean, so is horse riding, and I don't like it. So, I mean, a lot of things that I don't like are important skills. Sewing. Do you know how many people know how to sew now? Fewer than when I was a kid. So now I teach some of the kids some of that. Oh, David, I just saw that you ran laps at football practice for doing stupid stuff in high school. So that was your punishment? I need Irish to come rebend my beaters again. I've messed them up somehow. It's still thin. What do I add? Could I add a little bit of flour? Yeah, Cookie, I think so. Hi, JJ. Can you not be a baby right now, please? Okay. Babies go upstairs.
Baby, no, it's dangerous.
It's dangerous upstairs?
Baby falls.
How did baby get downstairs if she didn't go down the stairs?
Fell.
I heard one of you fall earlier. Why don't you go back up? I'm working here. I'm working here. Eclairs. I'll show you later. Thank you, Cookie. I'm glad because we were thinking the same thing, and I'll try it. Alabama doesn't have hockey except one semi-pro team. You think UA has a team? Rifles are just part of life here. No teams though. Yeah. I think that's more like I don't know much about what schools in Texas teach now, obviously. So, but I'd be curious if districts differ between urban and rural counties. Okay, let's see if this is any thicker. That was not a lot of flour, but it's a small batch, so I'm hoping it will do something. It's a little stiffer. We're gonna do that again. One more time with the flour. And then we'll try. I mean, it's like 2 teaspoons worth. So, I mean, it should thicken it, but it should also not be significantly destructive if it's too much. Sometimes cooling it can help. It does say put the warm pastry in, like put the warm dough in and pipe it. So, but I can let it cool a little bit more. Food ordered. Okay, thank you, Irish. That's cool. I'm sure the girls will be excited. Pizza night's always exciting. I've had 4 croissants and I'm gonna have pizza. I am living my best life. Yeah, I mostly gravitate around food and books and video games. In case you haven't noticed, those are my happy places, along with my people, of course, but my people always come first, so that's kind of unspoken. Irish wanted his wangs. I worked at a company called Wang once, and I had people offer to buy the t-shirts, the work shirts that they gave us because it said Wang on them. I think I sold one for $20. Come on. We're in a capitalist society. All right, if I can fold this in and see if we can get a good texture. Okay, I'll take it. I mean, it's almost not discernibly thicker, but it's just thicker enough that I think it will stand. In which case it might puff, in which case we might have an actual eclair. This is the hard and yucky way, but the other way also didn't work, so we're just gonna deal with it. I could get a drink glass because I don't have the tip cut. What are these called? Iced tea glasses. Are these iced tea glasses? They all have names, you know. Mostly based on alcohol, but that's okay. Hey, C Films, I'm glad you're great. I'm doing very well now. Thank you so much. I did catch a little bit of your stream, but film is so not my thing. You sound very, very well-versed on it and very into it, and that was very cool. But I left you a lurk because it was over my head, and I'm not a film person. But I'm glad you are. Somebody's got to do it. I think it's important. Okay. I feel like this is thicker enough. It just is, yeah. Just a little bit. All right, I did get it on my hands though, so gotta get that off. Yucky, yucky. Cookie, when you make choux paste, how have you done eclairs, or are you doing puffs, or have you noticed a difference in like bake times and stuff based on long versus little? You understand not everyone is into film. Thank you for understanding, because sometimes it is hard to when people don't share our passions, right? So I appreciate the understanding. All right, so we are going to see if our choux paste will stand up this time, literally stand up on the mat. There goes the piping bag, and I'll find it later on my shoes. You're gonna bounce and see what you can cook for dinner. Oh crap, see, here I am reading chat and piping. Cook for dinner. Probably Trader Joe's shawarma chicken thighs and salad. Very good, David. I'm so glad to hear that. That sounds amazing. Oh yeah, this is much more pipeable. Okay. All right. So I'm going to widen it and kind of mush it so that I can get the shape that I want. Can you see them? I'm going to have to rotate this. There we go. Much love, David. Give Mabry our hellos as well. We are still thinking of you and we appreciate you. Okay. Let's see if we can. Cookie, you're so funny. These are my piping skills right here. I can make a mean zigzag. If it's big, yes. When it's detailed, ooh, those fine lines, girl. You are so good at those. Is it because you, oh, is it past time? It is. Oh my gosh, you're 5 minutes late. Go, go, go. We'll see you soon. Oh, thank you, Daniel. I absolutely will hydrate. Egg fried cheese, hello, how are you? All right. We're gonna make a odd, literally odd, and also judgmentally odd number of eclairs here at 5. They are falling down as I pipe, so I need to get them in as soon as possible. There we go. All right, we're just gonna put it on there. They'll look super funny, but hopefully they'll puff, and we'll see. I'm glad you're doing well. All right. For those of you who don't also hang out in Hippie Wayfarer Stream, Egg Fried Cheese is a local there. 10 minutes, 10, 10, 10. There we go. So, nice to see you crossing the streams. I'm so funny, I know. Whew. So I'm not on the hook for dinner because they needed wings and pizza tonight apparently, but I still do have to see if we can get these eclairs to turn out. So it did give me time to remake the choux dough. Let's check out our glazes. There we go. Oh, I said I would hydrate, Daniel, thank you. Oh yeah, so good. Fresh cold butter. So our chocolate has kind of seized. It's dry and a little bit crystalline. Again, I can heat it and put milk or butter or something fatty in here. I have the whole milk, which would help. But it's pliable, so I'm really just gonna, it's not gonna look pretty because it looks grainy. It's not tempered right, I guess. Maybe I heated up too quickly. But it's gonna do for a glaze. It's gonna be fine. Does an eclair fit in the donut category? Good question, C-Films. It's baked, but so are baked donuts. It's risen with eggs, and so are popovers and Yorkshire puddings, which are not considered donuts. If it has to have a hole in it, then eclairs would have holes in the bottom to fill, but not in the middle. There are many good questions about how to organize eclairs into our categories of baking, and I don't know the answer. This is a white chocolate maple glaze. It's stringy. That's kind of gross, but hey, let's taste it. Oh yeah, it tastes like maple syrup. Hang on one sec, y'all. Are you leaving? Okay. They play weird games. Like put on your shoes and look out the window. I don't know what's going on. All right, there we go. So we have maple glaze, chocolate glaze, bacon. All we need are the eclairs. Time to wait. Let's see. Yay, it's working still. Okay. This is how we have fun around here. A lot of these will just be rinsed, but some of them need to be hand washed and some of them need to be dishwashed. these need to be hand washed. I would say don't put your wood in the dishwasher, but we've had the conversation here before where a lot of you do. So just check it for degradation. See that? That's funky. There's like all the bits. It needs to be run through the machine. We have a hole. Look at, I'll see this. You're probably like, I don't care. Look at all that. All that needs to go in here too. It's just a day's worth of dishes, which is fine. I don't usually leave it. I usually do it throughout the day and try and encourage my people to do so as well. And today, nothing like that happened. There's that shoe dough all up in there. I never know from a sink of dirty dishes whether it will fill the dishwasher or if it will look like there's just a couple things in. A full sink means nothing. There we go. That's what I made the croissant dough in last night. And not too bad. Top rack's almost full though because a lot of plastic went through there. All right. Everything else is hand wash. I am going to leave them there. And I will bring y'all back over here with me in a moment. That's much nicer though, right? Much cleaner. Okay. We have 5 minutes before we turn down the temp and do it all again. I'm not going to open it. I'm going to look at, oh, they are not puffing. They're not puffing at all. This may not work out. This happens all the time on all the shows though, by the way. So if you ever watch a show where they make eclairs or cream puffs or any of that, failure is frequent with this dough. So, which is why El Chosen One was saying in cooking school or pastry school, like you do it a lot because it doesn't always work. Almost everything else I do works almost every single time. That's all the chemistry. This is something else. It does sometimes depend on the size of the egg and the humidity and all these things. It's more temperamental. The first donut machine did not come along until 1920 in New York City when Adolf Levitt, an enterprising refugee from Tsarist Russia, began selling fried donuts from his bakery. Hungry theater crowds pushed him to make a gadget that churned out the tasty rings faster, and he did. Why not, right? My dad made a chocolate chip cookie machine once. I assume they have them in like chocolate chip cookie factories. He made a home one, and we ended up just making cookies by hand anyway. But it was cool. Like, it was really cool. It would like cut the dough, drop it onto the thing, the moving belt, bake it, dump it off. Probably more than that, but that's what I remember when I was a kid. So he invented a machine to do that. And here we are, making them by hand. If anybody's worked in a place where you've used an automatic chocolate chip cookie machine maker, though, you let me know. I mean, if speed is everything, you probably want a machine. There's a really interesting book I read whose name I won't be able to remember now. I'm going to try. It's about a lot of things, but one of the things it's about is aliens who are fleeing a plague in their planetary system and come to Earth and take over a donut shop and replicate the donuts with their replicating technology and then realize that they need to make them by hand to make them with love. It's cute. There's a lot of interesting things in that book. Hippie! Dishwasher has won this round, cleaning up now downstairs. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for the lark, Hippie, but man, I'm so sorry. I was going to say I feel your pain, but thank God mine has not broken yet. Dishwasher flooding is not okay. I hate it when appliances go awry. Like, you're to do the one job or multiple. Well, this one does one job. It heats things. But, you know, you're there to do the thing and then it's not done, and then that's really frustrating. And then if you're doing it wrong, like leaking all over the floor instead of washing the dishes, that's worse. I mean, and how many of us have smart appliances now? Like, I'm going to text you, hey, I do get a notification on my phone every time I turn the oven on and off. I should be like, I know. I'm here, I'm pushing the buttons. I don't have a mute button, friends. I'm going to do a BRB and be right back. All right, we are back. I am back. You might have not left at all. And the eclair is a pastry made with choux dough filled with a cream and topped with a flavored icing. Yes, filled with the cream is what we're looking for here. And if they are this thick and solid egg, then I cannot fill them, and that's where we ran into trouble. The icing is sometimes caramel, in which case the dessert may be called a bâton de Jacob. Okay. Now we turn it back down. And give it 10 more. Holy crap, you guys, they puffed up so much. They might collapse in on themselves. But they cracked open and puffed. I'm fine, that's good. There might be room in there to... Sounds terrible, doesn't it? This wardrobe technical thing is a problem. I do not have a filling tip, so I'm just going to get a really small one. So when you have a filling, I've had one before. I got rid of it because I never used it, of course. And so it's like this, but then this part is very long. Excuse me, I apologize for coughing. I do not have the mute button today. C-Films, I do like caramel. I'm going to try to make caramel without high fructose corn syrup tomorrow with bacon in it. I'm also making donuts. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use my number 5 tip. This one said use a number 5 tip. That's tiny. Why would you ever pipe a cream puff with that tiny thing? You need a big blob of dough. All right, so I will get another bag and put our pastry. Ooh, but because I want to put bacon in the pastry cream, I'm going to have to use a big thick tip so that the bacon bits, I'm going to have to cut those down. Those can be for the topping. That's fine. But I am going to need a much bigger tip for my insertion, because bacon is not going to get through that little thing. Flat tip, star tip. No, that one's even smaller. Okay. Well, I'm going to do it with plain pastry cream first, right? I'm making a classic one, and then I'm going to make a bacon one. So we'll get a little ready. Like just a little. And I will... It's so funny. The static electricity on these piping bags literally... Oh, that's where the gnats live. They live in the trash can. Obviously, I need to take the trash out. I took it out yesterday. Obviously, something in there is very interesting to them. I will take it out again later. Let's get the pastry cream. There we go. Yummy. Oh, it's so thick. It's yummy. I like it. And because I put half as much sugar in, it's not super sweet, but it's still nice and creamy and does have that vanilla in it. Ooh, it's thickened. All right, let's see if I can pipe it. I'm just gonna pipe it back into the bowl. If it will go through the tip at all. Oh, there was something dirty on that at the tip. I had no idea. Okay, so it will fill. It's quite thick though. It's got little chunks in it. All right, that's fine. So I'll leave that part bagged up. I'm gonna stir this part, maybe get it a little loosened. That's a problem with cornstarch too. Man, you can just thicken the heck out of stuff. Oh, attaboy, thank you so much. Thank you for the gift sub to C Films. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. As usual, you know, no subs are needed. I just love hanging out with you. But it was a sweet thing for you to do. Thank you. All right. Gotta fill this up again. Gone through a whole canteen on stream. Look at me, hydrating like a good girl. Well, hello. What are you doing? Nothing. You gonna go play? Just checking on me? You want to see the eclairs? Turn around and look here. Look through that window. What do you see? They do kind of look like biscuits. Yep, go on up.
Yes.
He called her. What are you doing? Flatspin made you do it, undoubtedly. Between the two of you, you are just, like Irish said, legendary gift subbers. Doing amazing.
Pizza will be here in like
1
1 minute.
minute, okay.
Oh, can I help mix that?
No, it's mixed. I was just keeping it loose.
Could we like watch something or?
Yeah. Well, I have 4 minutes here, and then I'm going to try and pipe stuff into them and glaze them. So y'all can go ahead.
Well, we're gonna go ahead.
Good.
We're gonna go ham on it.
Go ham on the
What?
pizza.
We're gonna go ham on it.
Mama says that too. Go ham on. Do you guys know, is go ham on something like?
Yeah.
Why
it's
does
just
that?
like,
Why
go
does that?
hard on it. Eat it. Or go
Why
hard on it.
ham? Why ham?
Who knows? Probably Kim Kardashian said it or something.
They don't watch Kim Kardashian. They watch Mr. Beast.
I watch Kim Kardashian.
Oh, I see you stealing bacon.
You watch what?
Kim Kardashian.
You do?
Why?
What does she
Keep up
do?
with the Kardashians.
Oh, the
My
show.
mom does. That's why I watch it.
Fair enough.
That explains it.
You just want to stir something? Okay.
I want to be helpful.
That's maple glaze. Do you like maple?
I want to be helpful.
You want to stream cooking, don't you? Yeah. You want to be my streaming apprentice? Morgan hates cooking.
I love cooking.
Between all the channels you visit, you have done about 500 gift subs in 3 months. Attaboy.
Who's that?
Attaboy.
Oh, yeah, he's insane.
I know, him and Flatspin, both. It does, I know, it feels good to give to community. I totally get that. And I appreciate that I'm part of the community. Go Ham is putting forth a lot of effort. See Films, I only heard of it recently, and so
Thank you.
she's been validated.
Feel seen.
You feel seen. That's
Feel
right.
seen.
Good for you, girl. All right, here, put that back because that's your sign to go eat.
It's 2022.
Yeah.
This was $61.
Oh, I know. Yeah. It's one of those
We got
dessert.
A lot of stuff. Did you get chicken?
He got wangs because he likes the wangs.
Yeah. The reason it's 60 something dollars is because chicken's
Hey,
expensive.
hey! I didn't ask for your opinion.
Chicken's expensive. You wanna know how much Popeyes is just for a chicken tongue?
Hey, get a job.
Thank you, Attaboy. I completely get where you're coming from, and I appreciate that. We were in a position like that too, and it was very nice to be able to be generous without
It's jiggly.
You know, it is jiggly. That's pastry cream.
Hey,
Without worrying, you know, and that's
take a hike.
excellent. Okay, now Irish has got to show you his wings.
Garlic Parmesan goodness.
You know you can put them right here.
Garlic Parmesan.
Hey, Willie, we're waiting on eclairs to do anything with bacon. It's sitting right here. Looks healthy. Yeah, sure is. You just spent $31 at Burger Fart. Is there a place called Burger Fart? Crap's getting too expensive. Oh yeah, fast food is super expensive. What pizzas did you get then? Is that bacon and pepperoni?
Does the bear shit in the woods?
How many bears do you know?
Domino's.
You made gnocchi.
you
I've made that
complain
before. I didn't love it,
Like
but it's
Domino's.
good.
No.
What?
You don't like Domino's?
Are you insane?
It's pizza.
You don't like Domino's?
Burger King
Well, it's a
equals burger
show
fart.
off
I have
food
never heard
street.
that. That is funny. Burger fart. Never. Willie, how'd it come out? Did you do like a pesto or a vodka sauce? Marco's pizza is great. We don't have a Marco's. Is she like literally leaving? Oh, I was like, she's like, thank you for the pizza, and she's running off. Costco pesto. I do love pesto. Yes, very nice. Daniel, you had a burrito bowl from Chipotle. Also really good. Yum. That is so nice. I will do their burrito bowls. I like their carnitas a lot. We have 26 seconds on the eclairs. What if I pulled them early? I'm not going to. It's my second attempt. You love their hot sauce, but it gives you heartburn. Really? Chipotle? What hot sauce do you get? Like the hot? I've only gotten the medium and the mild. They're over there like loving the pizza. All right. Okay, so I'm sure this is indicative of something. Those are our eclairs. So they puffed, which I'm super happy about. They cracked, which is interesting. It means that the temperature was not right when I put them in, I'm pretty sure. They sound somewhat hollow. That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna let them cool for a minute before I get impatient. Oh wow, well that one immediately started to cave. Yeah, they're all collapsing. I guess I should not have flipped them over. Like literally they went like this. That's fun. I'll put them on a cooling rack. Like, does it really? Oh, leave shoe for another 10 minutes in there. I did not. I pulled them right out. I was so excited.
These places are unbelievable. There's so much.
Can y'all hear Mr. Beast clearly? I hope. It's fine. Super jelly. Aw. The hot tomatillo. I have not had that. I have the mild tomatillo though. I should get the hot though. I do like some spicy. It's been like 2 years since you had Chipotle. Is there not one near you, Daniel? Yeah, totally. When I flipped them over, they sank immediately. They collapsed in on themselves. Okay, so never do that again. So since I screwed them up, we're just going to cut them open, and I'm going to do it now. My people are all off eating their delicious dinners, but let's make a little sandwich then, which would have been fine if I had followed the directions and not gotten all excited and flipped them over for you. So here's part of it. So it's nice. This is what it's supposed to look like inside. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put some pastry cream on here. We're gonna put some bacon in it. I'm literally gonna leave this upside down. Oh, you guys can't. No, you can a little bit. See what I'm doing. Oh, you just always forget it's there, Daniel. I get that. There we go. So here we have some pastry cream and some bacon. It's just got to be a taste test thing, right? We'll get some maple glaze on it. It's become like taffy or something. That's okay. That's okay. The taste test will give us the right idea, even if the shape of the eclairs did not at all. All right, we do need more. Oh, goodness. And then bacon on top. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna make a bite-sized piece. I don't want to bite into this whole thing. It is already a big old mess. Okay. Sure, baby. Can you bring it over here to me? All right, so we have here some eclair dough that was cooked and messed up by me, some pastry cream, some glaze, and some bacon. Needs more pastry cream. All I taste is bacon, which is not bad.
You have Gatorade? Gatorade is
That's really good with enough pastry cream that you can taste it. That was actually really, really nice. So I'm gonna do this piece. So basically, yeah, the pastry cream just gives it like the mouthfeel and the creaminess that you want. You want the filling, but the flavor is all bacon and then that maple. Sweet and salty and creamy and crunchy. That's really good. I like that. Paper towel? I don't know where they are. Oh, they're next to him. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put more pastry cream on this piece, and I will feed it to the taste testers later. But obviously the amount of pastry cream is really important, so it's got to be a nice good amount. And if I need to do something for Halloween, I'm going to use this for intestines, because that's what they look like right now, being piped out. And then, with our other one, so they're hollow, I'm going to do a classic one. Okay, so I'm going to put, just pipe in, not piping anything. I have no need for this to be in a bag, do I? I'll just get it all out of here and smooth it up. But I'm going to put pastry cream in here. I'm just going to put the chocolate on top of it and do a taste test of that. See how we are, see how what we think, and then we'll go see Cookie Man. Ooh, okay, there we are. Look at that. Guts everywhere.
I'll do it.
Or do you want a straw?
Yeah.
What do you do where the straws are?
Huh?
Here we
Where
go.
the straws are.
I've been in this house like 14 times.
My eclairs,
I would like to thank you for your service,
screwed them up.
for streaming and leaving these heathens with me.
You can leave and put them at the table. Wow. Heathens, I know.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro.
All right, so then chocolate. We'll see how it spreads.
We're doing good. One of the most horrible flavors.
Are you really putting it back?
Okay, I cannot do this with dirty hands anymore. He's all like, thanks for leaving with the heathens.
So you're on your third drink
yeah.
test.
Is she just going through all of the Gatorades? Oh, that's exciting. Okay, here we go last.
Was that a red one?
You said I could have any I want.
You can.
Then get a blue one for me.
Okay, so there we go. Chocolate on top, pastry cream in the middle. Eclair on part of the outside.
No, it's not. Are you joking right now?
Here we go.
Okay, well, you're a...
Daddy Daycare starring Irish patty, right? Like, ugh. All right, so big bite of this.
This pizza's getting cold and I feel sorry for you.
That's a nice eclair-ish thing. Yeah, that works nicely. Okay. So, lesson learned. Read all the directions all the way through before you pull stuff out of the oven. And that's okay. The Instagram of these will be very interesting, but they did arise on the second batch. So I feel like this is a semi-success, and I'm okay. I'm okay with that. So let me clear off enough so that I can actually type raid into the computer. Look, I just have all this stuff. I will complete the other ones that are over there. Have my people taste test them, see what they think. But bacon eclairs are definitely a thing. They are delicious. All right. Thank you, friends, for sticking it out with me through all of it. And we're going to go see Cookie Manor. If you want to see piping, she's your girl. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you tomorrow.